Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my podcast. This is Nicholas Malson, and you are listening to the 19th episode of the Smile Once Again podcast, where we are focusing on optimistic things or simply talking about nice things that have happened recently. I hope you are doing well, and if this is your first time listening to this podcast, welcome. If you're a returning listener, however, welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. I hope you will enjoy your stay too. Just a couple of shout outs, as per usual, before we begin. Thank you to Anchor.fm for distributing this podcast with ease. It is greatly appreciated. Thanks to this platform, I can publish this podcast or its episodes to different platforms such as Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Breaker, and more. This podcast is also available on YouTube. However, I publish the episodes there manually. It will change at some point. We'll just have to see how it looks like. If you wish to contact me directly, either via email or by leaving a comment, YouTube will be the best place to go. My channel is simply called Smile Once Again Podcast with the same logo you may have seen before. Leave a comment with a chance for it to be read out in the next episode, or send me an email if you want a more private conversation. My email address is smileonceagainpodcast@gmail.com. That's smileonceagainpodcast@gmail.com. No extra characters, all lowercase. It should be all good. Also, I would like to congratulate my good pal Scott, who is running a channel on YouTube called Scotty's Running World. He has recently reached 100 subscribers, which is amazing. So congratulations, Scott. I hope that your channel continues growing. And to those who don't know, his channel is mainly dedicated to running and tips on how to run efficiently. So he has recently been posting quite a lot of shorts, which have been done really, really well. But his videos in general are really high quality, lots of really good and useful stuff, which I'm actually taking into consideration as well, considering the fact that I am getting used to running myself. So hopefully it will help me out in the future. Pay him a visit. Definitely. I hope you will enjoy it as much as I enjoy his content. The link to his channel will be in the description, so feel free to pay him a visit. So, with that being said, I hope you will enjoy this episode, and let's dive into it, as there is quite a lot I want to talk about. Enjoy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, by the time I'm recording this episode, it is now 8:34 p.m. British time. It is Thursday, the 24th of February 2022. And before I begin, I would like to say that I am perfectly aware of what is happening right now, and I just simply do not want to be submitted by the amount of information that is delivered about the whole situation. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to focus on optimistic things, because even though life is unjust and cruel, especially now, I want to enjoy the sunsets, and I want to help you enjoy the same. So let's just use this time to gain some positivity and some positive energy, and let's just carry on and enjoy our lives and make our lives better, okay? Everything will be fine. And I'm confident about it. Everything is going to be okay. So, I may have discussed this before. I think I did. But I would like to once again thank you all for your support. I have started working with this podcast almost 20 weeks ago now. And it has been a great experience so far. I really, really like what I'm doing. I like recording podcasts. I like talking about things. I like focusing on optimism and positive energy. It is helping me becoming a better person. And the fact that you guys like what I'm doing, at least some of you, because I know that there may be some people who don't like what I'm doing, which is perfectly fine. Those who support me, I sincerely appreciate your support. I sincerely do. I like the feedback that you've provided me. I like talking to you about this project, and some of you have even been involved in this project, and I'm talking about my good friend Michael and also his friend by name of Eustace. You guys did an amazing job, and I sincerely appreciate that. So thank you so much. And I have noticed recently that my channel has hit a mark of 5 subscribers. So it's 5 unique people that came in and decided to stay, and I sincerely appreciate that. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I hope you do enjoy these podcasts. I hope you enjoyed these episodes as is, and I hope there will be more to talk about ahead. And I've got some plans. Hopefully they will all come to fruition and you will enjoy them as well, because there is quite a lot of potential in this project, and I do hope that something will come out of it. And yeah, I think dedicating to something that you enjoy doing really helps. It doesn't just, help you grow or help your content grow and such. I think dedicating to something helps you to just distract yourself from reality for a moment. Like, you just commit to the craft that you really enjoy doing, and you try to be better at it, and that helps you to not just develop your craft, but it helps you to develop yourself. And this podcast is certainly about helping each other to become better people. Although I have noticed that in most of the episodes I mostly just ramble about things. But I think it's about how you percept these rambles. Maybe you have found some useful advice in these rambles. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you just like having these podcasts in your background, just for some positive vibes. And I do hope that whatever purpose this podcast gives you, it does a decent job at that, as long as it doesn't harm you in any way. If it does, I do apologize, and I hope that at some point the podcast will give you more good, Or I just hope that whatever you're doing, and I just hope that you're doing well. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. So if you do have something that you want to do, if you have a hobby, or if you just simply want to do the same thing as I do, like maybe make some audio logs or something like that, just commit to it, and essentially you can use this as a reflection of yourself. Because at some point I have been listening to previous episodes just to see how things are going, and what is happening, how my episodes sound like, if there's anything that I need to change on, and I can hear the difference. So there certainly has been a progression. There has been development. I think I sound a bit more confident. I'm not sure if this is the case from your perspective, but I definitely feel like I am more fluent with my thoughts, and I think I'm slowly getting rid of parasites words. I mean, I still do the the ums and all that. Maybe I sometimes say the knows and the like and other parasitic words, but I hope that the amount of them has lessened, or it has become smaller. Fingers crossed it is, But if not, I am keeping practicing. I keep practicing on it. I try to speak a bit better or more fluently. I mean, I do stutter still. That's what I'm noticing, definitely. It's a bit annoying, sure, but it certainly can be resolved at some point. One thing that I have noticed definitely is I have been improvising a lot recently. Not sure if this is a good idea, but I don't know. I think because of my schedule nowadays, I simply don't find enough time to actually make notes. I just simply press record and go with the flow, because other times I'm just busy with other things, But let's see. Let's see what the future will bring us, I guess. Maybe I will find a better time and actually planning the podcast again. So, like, I want to talk about more things, and maybe I will develop a proper pattern or a schedule, and maybe there will be some kind of a script, but not like a script, but just a structure, so that I don't just ramble about things that that I will keep rambling on, and there will be no purpose on it, because I'm pretty sure you want to seek purpose, and I want to seek purpose as well. Well, I mean, I have found the purpose, but I just feel like it is important that I'm doing as much as I can to help you find the purpose, but it is up to you, I guess. So where was I? Ah, yes. Commit to the good things. Commit to the good hobbies. Try and commit to something that will help you be better. Or at least that will entertain you. Something like that. But yeah, thank you for your continued support. And I do hope that the support will keep going. And I hope I am able to support you as much as I can. So, something really cool happened recently. I have found yet another recipe. Well, I haven't actually found it. It's my mom who did. And she was really kind enough to share it with me. So, I'm getting into smoothies now. So, there's this cool recipe, a smoothie recipe, which I have tried this morning, literally this morning. And it's absolutely divine. It's so tasty. It's beautiful. So it's a very simple recipe. What you need is the following. You need some kiwis. Make sure you peel off the skin. Then have some spinach. Make it a bunch of spinach. Then add some berries. It can be any berries you want. So either strawberry, blueberry, raspberry. I mean, some can argue that watermelon is a berry. I mean, feel free to experiment with that. Maybe this will work as well. I will try and do that myself because I love watermelon. It's an amazing fruit. Or again, some people argue that it is a berry as well. So who knows? Maybe it is. So basically any berry of your choice. Then have some water and add some honey. Put all of this stuff into the blender and then mix it up or blend it in quite well. So keep blending it and you're done. You got a smoothie. So the color is going to be a little bit off. Just warning you. The best way to describe it, I mean, I had it with blueberry, and it gave this really strange brownish color with a bit of green. So don't be spooked by this color. It really tastes amazing. So, it's a mix of lots of different flavors and aromas, and it just works so well. And it's a very healthy smoothie as well. Apparently, if you drink this smoothie on a regular basis, it can help you lose quite a bit of excess weight. And this is basically my plan maybe for this year or for how much time it keeps going, because I am struggling with excess weight, and I do want to eat healthily, and this smoothie will definitely help me with this task because it's very delicious and it's very easy to make, and it can keep you going for a decent amount of day, or amount of hours at least. But you don't have to just live on smoothies. Of course, make sure that you eat everything else that you need to, but make sure you eat healthily. But do use this smoothie recipe wisely. It's a really good recipe, and I cannot recommend it enough. It's a very delicious drink, so give it a try. With that in mind, I think I have reignited my passion on cooking. My special one actually paid me a visit this weekend. I think I've mentioned that in the last episode, I think, but maybe I didn't. But now I'm doing it anyway. It was a really lovely time. We spent a good time together, and I have cooked for her, and it was a really special feeling. Just cooking for someone, and it felt really good. I cooked that lentil soup again, which was absolutely delicious. Although sadly, I have once again burnt onion a little bit, which wasn't nice. But it hasn't damaged the dish itself that badly. It was still delicious to eat. Funny story though. Yesterday, I have tried cooking that soup again because I had some leftover ingredients left. But I have realized too late that I didn't have any lentils. So it wasn't really a lentil soup. It was more a vegetable pasta, if that's the best way to describe it, I guess. So instead of lentils, I've just added more spaghetti. So it was mostly just a spaghetti soup, I guess. Spaghetti with lots of vegetables, like, carrots, onions, celery, garlic, and chili peppers. So I think it went really well. It's pretty delicious. So I used it as my lunch for today when I was at work. And it was quite filling, I'll say. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really did. It was pretty nice. So cooking is still quite a nice thing for me. I'm quite passionate about it. I didn't cook much throughout January, though, which is a shame. But I still cooked when I could. And it was still nice, and I still enjoyed it. So hopefully I will be able to cook a bit more throughout next month, so we'll just have to see how it goes. And throughout February, I did cook a bit more, but still not enough. But, I'm working on it. Definitely I'm working on it. And hopefully at some point I will be trying more new recipes, because there are still some recipes I want to try. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Something really cool happened recently. I have decided to inspect my PC a little bit because I realized that it's started not working so well. And I've realized that it's been quite a while since I have done a bit of cleaning of PC. And yeah, it truly showed. I've opened the case, and boy oh boy was there quite a bit of dust. So I have dusted it off. I've used the air duster. So it's like a compressed air in a can. So I just used quite a bit of it. Just dusted the PC off, especially around the fans. So yeah, it turns out there was quite a bit of dust. And I have dusted it off quite decently, and then I've decided to check if my PC is still working, and good news, it does. And as a matter of fact, it actually works much better now. So there's this game called Valheim that me and one of my good friends were playing recently, and turns out when I cleaned my PC, the game actually started working better, which was quite interesting. And it's actually really good because, I enjoyed that game, but what I was struggling with is like lots of frame rate issues, and basically dusting off the fans, at least, was definitely a solid idea. Because I think what was happening was the fans were overheating, uh, or at least sorry, the graphics card was overheating, or just my PC was overheating, mainly because my fans were clogged, and now this issue is definitely resolved. So reminder to all of you guys, if you haven't cleaned your PC in ages, I think it is time to give it a double check and start doing a bit of tidying up. So hopefully this will help you make your PC run better. Yeah. So that's pretty much that stuff sorted out. And yeah, I like my PC. It's pretty good. I think one thing that would definitely be nice to upgrade will be graphics card, as per usual. But I was figuring out, what I need to do to have my graphics card upgraded. Well, apart from a new graphics card, apparently, I need to upgrade my power supply, because turns out graphics card can consume quite a bit of power, which is fair enough, because it is quite a technology we're talking about here. But yeah, the weather hasn't been that nice. I think I've addressed this in the last episode. But what I can say is that rain should not be a huge concern for anyone, because you can still enjoy rain, I think. You can still enjoy this weather. I think it depends on where you are. If you're at home, just, find yourself maybe like a couple of minutes whilst the rain is going. Just don't do anything, like maybe turn your TV off or just don't have anything in your background. Just sit next to your window and just listen to the raindrops hitting on the window. It feels really relaxing, I personally like falling asleep when the rain is hitting the window. It's a very nice sensation, I guess. Just pay close attention to it and ignore everything else. Just turn off all the other distractions and all that stuff. And I think, as some people say, just sit down and notice. Notice this moment. As the rain hits the windows, and it's just pure serenity and peace, Just listen to it and focus on it. But the reason why I was potentially talking about the rain was because me and my special one, we were walking around the city, and it definitely was quite windy and rainy. I think Storm Eunice was still quite wild, or was it Storm Franklin? I don't know. I think it's one of those. Quite a lot of storms throughout this week. Hopefully you've been keeping yourself safe, by the way. And yeah, just stay safe and stay strong, okay? But yeah, it was quite windy and quite rainy. But we still managed to, enjoy time together. And we enjoyed, exploring the city one way or another. Yeah, I do hope that this weekend will be better. We'll see how it goes. So, what I'm trying to say is that if you just want to focus on good weather, especially if you live in such country as the United Kingdom, where the weather is very, very jumpy, you won't be able to enjoy lots of days. You can still enjoy the day even though it's rainy. I mean, of course, it can be a bit annoying, you can be wet, you can be drenched, all that stuff. But you can still enjoy the day. So you can find a challenge in it, just enjoying the day despite the bad weather. So get an umbrella, just walk around and just enjoy the view, I guess. Because normally when it's rainy, not so many people are actually outside. Most of the people prefer to stay inside, which is fair enough. If you have an opportunity to stay inside, do stay inside. It is up to you. But when you walk outside, just walk around. There's not many people. Like, not as many people as it would be if there was a good weather. And I think rain itself actually has lots of benefits. Like, for example, if it was dry for quite a while, I mean, planet Earth does need to wash itself sometimes, you know. And also, I think I remember a colleague of mine was telling stories about their home country, and their home country is quite tropical. So when it's dry, it's really dry for quite long periods of time. But when it rains quite a lot. Like, it can take days or, like, you know, sometimes even weeks, I think. And their home country, their home as is, they actually have a pool. So what they do is they actually fill their swimming pool with rainwater. And when it happens, like, you know, they could just enjoy time at the swimming pool. So that's a pretty interesting idea. Just using rain to your advantage. And I think I have remembered seeing some like episodes of some survival shows. There was someone who was, like, you know, surviving on his own in tropical jungles. I think it was just jungles or something like that. And there were, like, I know that jungles have lots of like some heavy rains and stuff. And this dude, bless him, he's been using this as an opportunity to have a shower. I mean, that's a pretty solid idea. Like, you have lots of rain, you have quite a lot of area, just enjoy the rain, just wash yourself, I guess. It's a very interesting concept. And sometimes I do feel like, you know, when it's raining, you just like, you know, spread your arms open, wide open, look up in the sky, and just let it hit your face. I don't know why, but it just, like, feels so epic. Especially when you have, like, nice music playing or something, or like an epic music. It's like, yeah, that's a really good moment. So just try that. Maybe you can enjoy this moment a little bit better, or enjoy rain a bit better when you do that. I mean, who knows? Everything can happen. Right. I can see it's approaching 9 o'clock in the evening now. And it's getting a little bit quieter. It's getting late. So I'll probably wrap up here. So there's been quite a lot that I have managed to talk about, I think. And I hope you have enjoyed this episode. So from the bottom of my heart, once again, I want to thank you for your support. I'm not sure what's going to happen the next episode. Hopefully, I will arrange something very special for you guys. Anything can happen. Yeah, feel free to leave comments. And and once again, Scott, congratulations. And I appreciate that you have appreciated the shout out. But to the rest of you, I hope that you will enjoy the rest of this evening. I hope you will enjoy the rest of the week. And I hope you will enjoy the following week. And I do apologize. I think I've just realized that my voice has been going off for a while. But I hope it wasn't too annoying. So, another episode is coming to an end. And I hope that I've made you smile at least once. Or at least I've given you positive vibes. Or at least I've given you some useful advice. Whatever the purpose of this podcast is for you, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. And I do hope to know the fact that you will listen to the follow-up episode next week. This has been Nicholas Malson. And although the world is a cruel and unjust place, we can still enjoy the sunset. Or, from this episode, we can still enjoy the rain. I hope you'll enjoy yourselves. Have a lovely evening, and I'll speak to you later. Goodbye.